Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be making a video on karma. As you can see, I'm going to be talking about how karma works and how it affects you and your reality. First, I'm just going to start with what karma is. So on Google, definitions from Oxford Languages says that karma in Hinduism and Buddhism, the sum of a person's actions in this and previous states of existence, viewed as deciding their fate in future existences. An informal definition would be destiny or fate, following as effect from cause. So, cause and effect. I just want to point out now that to get a better understanding of karma, I would suggest reading the Kabbalion. Cause and effect is one of the Hermetic principles, and that pretty much talks about the laws of the universe, the undeniable laws of the universe, and one of them is cause and effect. For every cause there's an effect. So my first point is, good or bad, you get back what you put out. So whether and good and bad is based off of your perspective, your point of view on and your reality, your point of view on reality. Whether you're a good person or quote unquote, or a bad person, quote unquote, whatever you do, think, say, and put out into the universe, it's going to come back to you exactly the way that you put it out there. If you're doing things out of the kindness of your heart and not expecting anything in return, then you will get that back. The energy will come back to you in the same way. So you will receive things out of whatever you believe in, kindness of its heart. So, for instance, the universe. If you put out into the universe that you just enjoy, doing things for yourself and for other people out of the kindness of your heart, and you will be given that back. But if you do things because you want something back, then that's what you'll get as well. You will get things, but it would need to be compensated. So if you think that, doing charity for people because, they're poor and you're above them, and, you're helping the poor and you're treating them like they're beneath you, but you're saying that you're doing it as a good deed, then you'll run into a situation where you are being helped, but the person that is helping you will want something in return. They're not going to do it out of the kindness of their heart, because that's what you put out into the universe. You're going to attract that back. So that's just an example of good or bad, quote unquote, you get what you put out. My second point is, be careful how you treat yourself and others. If you disrespect yourself, you'll be disrespected. If you lie to people, you will be lied to. If you cheat, you will be cheated on. If you have good intentions, then that will come back to you, even regardless of how it looks on the surface. If your intentions mean well at the core, then that will come back to you. Pure intentions. Now, if you have a underlying intention but you're portraying that you have good intentions, that will come back to you as well. So for the people that will say, well, I had good intentions and bad things still happen to me, then you have to evaluate if that is what your actual intentions were, and if your intentions were indeed pure. If they weren't pure, then that is why. If you did something because you're trying to manipulate the outcome, or if you're trying to manipulate the outcome to be in your favor, or if you're doing something because it will benefit you, then that's not pure intentions. And I guess that can vary by situation, but you'll know your situation better than me. So use your own discretion on that. My third point is karma can come back to you or someone else anytime, fast or slow. Some people experience karma instantly. Some people, it's a lot more delayed, and there's a reason for that. There are certain timelines that play out for a specific reason, for a specific outcome. You may not be able to know in that moment why it's happening, but you'll eventually find out. If you evaluate the situation, then you'll see why certain things had to happen a certain way for this outcome to happen. Like for some people, you will see some people that are not good people, and it seems like they're going uphill, like they're getting everything that they want, and karma isn't moving fast enough, is what you're thinking. And sometimes that is the person's karma, to get to a certain point and to fall from that point. So let's imagine like blocks. You build up a certain amount of karma. If you only have a little bit of karma when it comes to not being a very good person, then let's say you're on one block, and the universe allows you to get on top of this block just to fall back down, to teach you a lesson. Now, if you continue to rack up that karma, then okay, they're gonna give you 2 blocks that you'll climb up. This isn't exactly how it goes. I'm just trying to give a visual of it, and you will be guided toward the top of those 2 blocks just to get knocked down. Now, you rack up a lot of karma, you probably get it higher than you've ever been before, just to fall down. And sometimes that is the person's karma, to experience all that just to have it taken away. And for some people, it's instantly, like walking into a coffee shop and seeing someone sitting there and judging them off of the way that they look. And then you walk up to the counter and order something, and the person that is taking your order is judging you based off the way you look. And you can tell. That is instant karma. Some people don't realize that. They'll just like, oh, why are you, judging me, blah, 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 blah. And not even thinking about the fact that when you walked into the coffee shop, you judged someone else for how they looked. It's just coming back to you, just a little bit faster than others. So yeah, it can come back at any time. My 4th point would be, when you're going through something, good or bad, you can't just stop the momentum. It has to be slowed down slowly. So imagine a ball rolling down a hill. You can't just make the ball stop. Or the ball is not just going to stop. It's going to keep going until, and it's going to, and especially if it has momentum, excuse me, it's going to stop once it gets to the bottom and loses momentum. So what I mean by that is, let's say you feel like nothing's going right. Everything's going wrong. You can't even think positive. Nothing's going right in your life, and you can't even think positive about life. This would be the analogy or whatever of you, or metaphor, whatever, of you being the ball. You're the ball going downhill. Now, this is why when people say, oh, just, or maybe, oh, just have it, just think positive. Why you think instantly, thanks, Einstein. I never thought of that. That's why it's like, why it feels like that, because the momentum is already going. You already got the ball rolling. You have to slowly stop the ball. So that would be like doing things to counteract the way that you think already. So if you're pessimistic and you always have something negative to say, now you have to practice always having something positive to say. Anytime that you have a negative thought, you have to combat it with a positive thought. Yes, it's going to be hard at first, but that is how you stop the momentum of the negative momentum that you're already on. You already have. To make it into something that you want, energy that you want. So you have to change the way that you think. And no, it's not going to be easy. It's not easy. I do sound like I'm making it simple, but it's not easy. It takes time. But you have to have the willpower, and you have to input mind over matter into your routine. You have to control the way that you think, regardless of what you are surrounded by, regardless of what you see. So if you're in a situation that you don't want to be in and you're surrounded by negativity, you have to be able to control the way that you think about the situation. And don't allow what you see to dictate your thoughts or your what you want to bring into your reality. Let me give an example. When I was pregnant with my son, I was living with multiple family members. I hopped from the time that I was pregnant with my son to the time I had him. I had moved into between 3 homes: my aunt's home, my grandmother's home, and my sister. At the end of my pregnancy, I was with my grandmother. And a few months after having my son, I moved in with my sister. And in all of those situations, I had nothing. All I had was the money that I made in my stocks that I pulled out because I had nothing. And I had to use that money to buy the stuff I needed for my son. So I pulled all my money out and I spent every last dime of it on my son. So I was broke. My credit cards were in the negative. I had a $2,500 credit card and negative $2,800. I lost my bank account. Because it overdrafted and I couldn't pay it. I had no income. And I had to ask family to help me with everything. But I didn't allow what I was surrounded by to dictate my thoughts. I constantly brainwashed myself every single day into believing that I had my own apartment. I had my own car. My son had his own room. I had stable income. I had more than enough money. I was happy. I was healthy. I constantly brainwashed myself. Every chance I got, when I felt like, when I was getting really low, I would do it even more. And I constantly did that. And within a year after having my son, I now have what I brainwashed myself into believing that I had. I have my own apartment. I have my own car. I have stable income. I'm happy. I mean, I seem happy right now, but I'm happy. And that's how it works. When you're going through something and you want to get out of it, you cannot allow what you're surrounded by to dictate how you feel about it. Whatever you're in right now is based off of what you allowed a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever, however long it was. That's why you are where you are right now. Not because of the future. That doesn't make sense. You are where you are right now because of the way that you thought and the decisions that you made, I would say, in the past. Let's just say the past. Now, all you have to do to change your situation is to, let's say, manipulate and brainwash yourself into believing you already have it, believing that you deserve it, believing that it's already yours, and that you're already experiencing it, regardless of what you see right now, regardless of what you're surrounded by. My last point is that manifesting and karma go hand in hand. I would say it's literally the same word. It's the same thing. What you manifest is based off your karma. Karma is manifestation. So, like I said, whatever you do, say, or think about yourself and other people is your karma, is your manifestation. That is manifestation. That is karma. What you're doing right now, how you're thinking right now, is you're manifesting right now. Abraham Hicks, she's been a very crucial part of my journey, and I would advise anyone to listen to her. But there was a video that I saved in my phone. Maybe I can pull it up on my computer. And I love this. I love how she said it. There it is. Okay. It's 28 seconds. Hopefully, let me see if I can.
It's a manifestation. What you're living in any moment is a manifestation. Manifestations surrounding you. The people you meet, manifestations. The way they play with you or not, manifestations. The way you feel as you move through your day, manifestations. Your life is unfolding, manifestation, 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 manifestation. And it keeps moving. Have you noticed? There it went again, there it went again, there it went again, there it went again, there it went again. So you have constant personal control.
Right there. That is my favorite Like, I love that 28 seconds is set. It was so that was so powerful, what she just said. And I save it in my phone and on my laptop to remind myself of how easy it is to just change the way that you think, and how manifesting works and how karma works. It's easy to think that the world is against you, and that nothing is ever going to go your way, and then based off of what you've been through. You have to believe that you have control over your life and what you go through. And like you said, like, the people you meet is a manifestation as well. How you feel about yourself and the energy that you exude and that you put out into the world is what comes back to you. Everything, the good and the bad, everything that you go through and that you experience is because of you, because of what you exude and your energy and how you think. That is why certain people come to you, why certain situations come to you, because you're bringing it in. So manifesting and karma go hand in hand. What you manifest is your karma. Your karma is your manifestation. Is your manifestation. Your karma is a manifestation of the way that you think, your actions. So, in conclusion, the point of this video is to enlighten you on ways to counteract, things that aren't desirable that you're experiencing, and how you can change it, and how you can take your power back and be in control of your reality, and to not be a victim, to understand that you are the co-creator of your life. You have a choice. You are in the driver's seat. You control your reality. And if you don't, somebody else will. There's always someone else or something else trying to control your reality and how you view things for their benefit. And if you don't pay attention to the way that you think and how it's affecting you, then you will just be a slave. Okay? So thank you guys for watching, and my son's crying, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.